Corey Smith for Pack Pride here with Michael Clark, football analyst for Pack Pride. Michael, we just got a chance to see the first camp for NC State. Got a chance to see the defensive side of the football a little bit. Obviously they run a lot of special teams drills while we were out here, but on the defensive side of the football, there's a lot of unknowns going into this. We know Caden Fordham coming back healthy. We'll see what he's capable of. Brandon Cleveland, Travali Price, some pieces like that, but there's a lot of unknowns going into this football camp. Just your thoughts on the defensive side of the football and what we should expect.
Well, you talk about known commodities up front. It's going to start with Brandon Cleveland at the nose or defensive tackle, however you want to award it, depending on the scheme and what they're running. Beside him, you've got Travali Price, two really experienced players. But from there, you have question marks. Does a transfer or two step up? Is Sebastian Harsh a guy that makes an impact? Isaiah Shirley, not a transfer, but a guy who's in his second year you feel like can really take a step forward, or third year, excuse me. What does it look like there? Again, we talk about offensive line rotation. NC State's got to establish a defensive line rotation. You need 5, 6, 7 guys that you can play, because you're not going to be able to ask these guys to play 60 and 70 snaps. I think that is one of the biggest things that they've got to figure out between now and the opener against ECU. Linebacker,
I forgot to mention Sean Brown.
Yeah, Sean Brown is back. Caden Fordham back. Still a major concern for me. I don't know how you feel. It feels like some of these younger guys, as well as transfers, are possibly going to have to really push those guys. I don't have a great feeling about the linebacker unit. It was not good last year. I think it is something that you've got to watch going into the season. Secondary, you like what J.J. Johnson's bringing from Georgia State.
Jamel Johnson as well.
Jamel Johnson, you feel like he can probably play anywhere on the back end, which is incredibly valuable. Was at corner today. State needs Devon Marshall to really step up at corner. Brian Nelson II, obviously a big-time guy in North Texas. Does that translate over? They need one of them to emerge as kind of that shutdown corner that takes away a side of the field. And then nickel, what happens there? Jaron Sensabaugh, maybe it's him. Jackson Vick has moved to nickel, really athletic kid. I think Jamel Johnson's going to get some time. You slide maybe behind him, Ronnie Royal III. When he's not working out at safety, does he go to nickel? There's just a lot of question marks, and I think a lot of things that have to be figured out between now and then. And regardless of who's playing, Corey, there'll be a lot of young guys. So a lot of fresh faces that NC State fans are not really familiar with that may be forced to grow up in a hurry.
I was going to say the other question mark, obviously the scheme, what we're going to see from DJ Elliott. Got a chance to see him in person for the first time today, and the thing that I took away was you got to see a little bit of the 4-3. We saw some 4-2-5. You also saw some 3-3 base. So it's going to be very multiple. I'm interested to see what it looks like by the time they get to the end of fall camp. How confident do they feel in linebacker? Do they feel like a 4-2-5 with that stand-up edge rusher and Sebastian Harsh, Kenny Soares? You mentioned Trey Thomas and several others, Kean Sloan as well. So there's a lot of different guys that can fill that spot. Where do they go there too?